So right now, like I'm super excited because I just found out some information, and we're gonna be like astro projecting soon. We looking forward to it, right? We looking forward. We going? No. All right. No, but seriously, like I found out some information. I was since I've been on my spiritual journey, it's been like awesome experience, and of course, like I had just watching videos and listening to documentaries and things like that. Like people talk about like astral projecting and like through meditation and things like that. And my excuse me, my very first experience, like through my awakening, which I'm going to do a whole video on about that whole experience. But I felt like vibrations through my body, like from my head to my toes, like my body would vibrate. And I initially like I meditated before, but I never reached that state, and it was just exciting to me to feel that type of energy inside of my body. And I didn't necessarily know what that meant. And so for periods of time, like even after I was done meditating, like the next day, like I can feel the vibrations through my legs. I can feel the vibrations like through my arms and my head and things like that. And I would just like when I meditate, like my body would vibrate at like a high rate, or it would start off slow, and then like I can start to manipulate the energy, like feel the energy move from my legs to my chest and through my arms and things like that. And recently I came across a couple videos. It was actually three different people that was talking about it, because I was listening about astral projecting and I wanted to do it, and at the same time I'm like a little nervous to do it, but I didn't actually know how to astral project. And they say like when you dream, like you astral project anyway, and like when you remember your dreams, it's kind of like you remembering yourself astral projecting. So I was curious about it for a while, and I was looking into it, and then I actually stopped, and I came across a video. YouTuber Born to Cut, he talked about it, and he said like when people ask him about like vibrating when they're meditating, and he was like, that's when your spiritual body is ready to leave your physical body, and that's like the preset, the prequel to actually being able to astral project. And I was like, oh well, that's cool. Like I never thought of it that way. It's kind of like your energy body like revving up and gearing up to be able to exit your body. So like for me, when I go into meditation and I get to the point where my body starts to vibrate, I know that's when I'm able to manipulate the energy within my body. So like I'm able to move it around my body. I'm able to let it touch different energy centers in my body and like kind of energize that part of my body. Like when it's like further up in my head area, like it makes me think more critically. It makes me ask questions. It gives me actual answers to questions that I may have asked, that I may have asked myself previously. And like when you move it down to like your heart, it makes me feel like more loving. It makes me feel more caring, more emotional, and things like that. Just moving it lower through my body, it can make you feel more. You have more desire when you move it to the lower half of your energy centers and things like that. More passion and things like that. So I was able to, or I am able to manipulate the energy when I get to that vibrational stage, moving up and down my energy centers, and I'm actually able to manipulate it a little bit outside of my body. Is something that I came to understand, and something that I just played around with, and I just found that to be interesting, and I never really looked more into it after that. But I came across the video where the guy was telling somebody that emailed him about the vibration, them vibrating when they're meditating, and what it meant. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Like, I never thought of it that way. Like, your energy body ready to leave your physical body. And then I came across another guy, Deep Waters, who said, once you get to that meditative state where you start to vibrate, that's when your physical body is ready to release your energy body. And I thought that was interesting as well. And I actually came across another YouTuber who astral projects often, and I just want to get her name right, so I'm gonna just check into it. Oh, Miss Wee. She has a whole channel where she talks about like her astral projecting, and where you have to get to that state of vibration. And once you get to that vibrational state, just relax yourself, because you can relax yourself while still vibrating, if that makes sense. Like, you just have to not, if you focus on it, then it's like your body is going to try to control it. But when you just acknowledge it and let it happen, then it's a different dynamic. And so just understanding it and letting it go on with the flow, then from my understanding, like, you can actually start to project from there. So that's something that I'm actually looking forward to. I haven't thought about it in a while, but I just happened to stumble across these 3 different individuals who actually talk about the same thing, and the same thing is happening. So I'm actually going to start diving into it again, and I'm going to start journaling about it. I do have a journal that I write different when I meditate, different things, and it's just an overall journal. But this journal I'm just going to dedicate definitely to my astral projecting journey, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on it. And a later video that I was thinking about doing, like, this is one reason why I feel like that it's important to take care of your body, as far as like eating right, drinking a lot of water, exercising, and things of that nature. I actually, when I started meditating heavier, when I started getting into like the vibrational part of my meditations and like manipulating the energy and moving the energy through my body, your body, for me, my body has to be at a good optimum level. It has to be nourished, it has to be hydrated. And working out is a must for me, because it feels like your body wants to cramp up. It feels like that you want to like get a Charlie horse, or like get spasms throughout your body. But when your body is hydrated enough, because what it is, from my understanding, your electrical body, your non-physical body is made of electricity. And the way it moves through your physical body, your body has to be able to sustain the energy moving through your body in order for it to move properly. When they talk about like having your chakras in alignment and things like that, it's the same thing. Like, if they're out of alignment, then the energy won't move as efficient as it should. For me, I feel like some of my chakras might not be in full alignment, but I still am capable of moving the energy through the chakras and through my body as efficient right now as I can, without it causing any issues. But when you come into a full alignment, when you come into a full healthy spectrum, being hydrated, eating healthy foods, mentally being aware of what's going on, and having that physical component as well, then it kind of brings everything together. And when you get to the stage when you start to be able to move the energy within your body, you won't have any problems with it. So that's just that's actually another video that I want to talk about, just more in depth, about having your body in alignment. But yeah, I'm just excited coming across those 3 different videos within, I'll say within a week, coming across those 3 different videos, those 3 different people talking about astral projecting. So I definitely want to, start diving back into that and see what I come up with and how that goes. I'm gonna document it. I'm gonna write everything down. I'm definitely going to be doing a video on it. So stay tuned.